Hi guys, so on this farm we have the craziest and wildest free range chicken system that you'll ever see. I'm squatting right here and you can see cattle in the background, and that's what even adds in the craze of it. In the midst of all this cattle, we have chickens around. This is a really large farm, you know, over 400 acres. But if you take a look at this, guys, you can see grass at the top of this. This is some metallic thing which was just randomly scattered here. Then you can see grass at the bottom over here. You know what was happening here recently? A goose was trying to incubate its eggs and hatch its eggs. Now, it hasn't been so long that, you know, I've started being on this farm and, you know, become a member of the farm. But currently on the farm we have 2 geese and we don't have a gander. A male goose is called a gander, right? We don't have a gander. So because of that, the eggs were not fertilized. So the goose sat on the eggs for really a long time and they never got to hatch. And what happened recently is that dogs came and ate the eggs because, you know, they never hatched, and so the goose left the eggs and moved away. But this is really interesting. It's a typical wild setup. The goose got its grass, set up the nest over here, even put up a roof for itself. Is this possible? I doubt it put up the roof. Very interesting wild setup. So we're going to see how the birds on this farm are scattered. Guys, this is a typical free range system. The birds are everywhere and you're going to notice that they lay everywhere on this farm. Speaking about wild, we recently had a chicken hatch its eggs from here. Like, yeah, honestly, a chicken hatched its eggs from here. It laid its eggs, incubated them, and they hatched. We got it out with its babies. Very interesting. And then guys, right here, we have 2 chickens that are incubating their eggs. 2 chickens incubating their eggs. Actually, I've shared these chickens on the channel before. One of these chickens, the black one, was hatching a chick. It had stepped back just a little bit, and I saw the chick hatch. Like, you know, I found a crack and I saw it get out. It was so beautiful. You can actually check it out. I'll leave a link to the video right here. But we have 2 chickens that got their grass together. You know, you can see the grass over here. They got their grass together and they decided to incubate the chicks together. It's quite interesting because the chicks have decided to hatch on the same day. So I can see both the chickens are having their chicks hatch on the very same day. Very interesting, very beautiful. So these chickens have been here, and there was a problem in the past on the farm. You know, the chickens would lay their eggs everywhere, but we have dogs on the farm. So these dogs would eat the chicken eggs. So the chickens have decided to find places where the dogs never reach. It's 21 days that a chicken incubates its eggs. And these chickens have actually managed to incubate their eggs to hatching point. 21 days of safety. So the chickens have come to this place, which has been very safe for them. The eggs have hatched, and this is a really beautiful thing, you know, through the rain, through the sunshine. Of course, not all the eggs have hatched, and that's quite understandable because this environment, you know, the chickens keep moving off and on the eggs at the beginning because they're going to eat. So because of that, and it's outside, the environment and the temperature varies a lot. So you don't expect all the eggs to hatch. I'm really not certain how many eggs this chicken has. I haven't counted them and I don't want to get her off her eggs, but I can see that she has hatched quite a number of eggs. And this is a really, really beautiful thing. So when they finish to hatch their eggs, we have a small house over here. We're going to be taking them so that the birds are safe, you know, the chicks are safe, so that in case it rains, it doesn't fall on the chicks. And then we shall be giving it its food and water. And then when the birds have grown up a bit, we let them out, you know, we just let them move around and enjoy the typical free range system. The other thing is that it's quite easy to get where the chickens are laying eggs. The chickens always lay their eggs next to places, settlement places where people are staying. So the farm is really huge, but you won't find chickens very far away, very many, maybe kilometers or meters away, probably not 500 meters away from where people live, because I do believe they find safety in knowing that there is people around, and again there is usually food around where people are. So you can see that we have a house here just behind this side. We have another house where people are staying, so the chickens will always keep close by. I think I used to see this in videos, in movies, in the olden days, or in movies even currently. You'll notice that when people are lost and they are moving around, when they see a chicken nearby, they will know that there is a house nearby. They have gotten close to a settlement, because chickens always stay where people are, unlike very many other birds. And then guys, just look around here. Where on earth would you think a chicken would even try to incubate its eggs? Honestly, if that is not the craziest place you would ever imagine a chicken hatching and incubating its eggs, well, I don't know about you. This is a goat shed. You can see goats and sheep all around. But there's a chicken that thought this is the best place it would have to, lay its eggs and incubate them to hatching point. And trust me, this chicken is going to hatch its eggs. Crazy, but true. And if I stood here and I asked you why you most likely thought that our chickens sleep, I know you would think they do sleep in here. Guys, it's crazy. On this farm, the chickens are allowed to get as free as they could. And you know why they chose to sleep? On this bar. This is where the chickens sleep. Any proof for that? There's chicken poop at the bottom over here. Lots of chicken poop at the bottom over here. So they'll climb using that, kind of staircase. They'll climb using that staircase, and they'll get on and, sleep on top here very comfortably. So at around 6:30, 6 in the morning, they're off and going to look for their food. Wow, typically wild. And now guys, this is a room, a very nice room, which is acting as a semi-brooder for our chickens. Why am I calling it a semi-brooder? Because the chicks are here with their mothers. So that means the mothers get to give them the warmth. We don't warm up this place. The only purpose of this place is to give the chickens food. And number two, to provide a safe place for the chicks. Because outside there in the wild, it gets really cold, and the rain, and then the dogs. Whilst the adult might be able to run away from the dogs, the little tiny chicks might not be able to succeed at doing that. So you can see that we have coffee husks on the floor for insulation and to absorb all the chicken poop. And inside here, we have around 6 mothers. You have to have 6 chicken mothers and over 50 chicks. Over 50 chicks inside here. And trust me, whether you want it or not, you've got to believe me. These chicks were all hatched outside in the wild, like you've just seen, all of them. So after the chicken has hatched, just like, the 2 we have just outside there, after they have hatched all their babies, we just pick them, bring them inside here, and they'll be inside here with, with their mothers. A very, very safe place. Before laying, the mothers and all the chickens sleep outside, just like I've shown you guys. But once we get them inside here, they are safer, we can give them water, and be assured that most of the chickens will grow up. This is a very nice free range system, because since the farm is so huge, the birds on this farm basically have 0 interaction with birds from other farms. So we are not worried about diseases. These birds haven't been vaccinated before, so I'm going to give them just one vaccine, a single vaccine, which is Newcastle disease. And that's simply because, it's the most terrible disease, and it could be transferred through air and things like that. So I'm going to vaccinate them against Newcastle. And also consider we want to bring in, commercial birds on the same farm, of course in a different location. We want to just be very, very safe. So what we're going to do, guys, I can tell that these mothers are quite many here. They have been injuring some of the birds, the little babies, because the mothers are alone, they're always fighting against each other, and some of the mothers are hostile to the babies that are not their babies. So because of that, the chances of harm are very many. Actually, you can see some of the birds limping, and I'm certain it's because another mom either pecked it or not. So since we have around 6 mothers in here, we're going to get 3 of the mothers out. 3 or 4, I'm going to look, 3 or 4, get them out, so that will give room for the new babies that are going to be coming in with the new mothers. Again, we also have 2 extra mothers that already hatched their chicks. One has 1, another has 2. I don't know if that's all they hatched. I'm really not certain. But they're already outside and they're moving around. We want to get those chicks and bring them inside here, for safety. So that's what we're going to be doing, to increase the safety for the birds. So I'll just end the video right here because I'm going to start getting really, really busy, getting the mothers out, bringing the other chicks from the outside to the inside, and I'm going to be able to continue recording on video. But guys, thanks for watching. You're going to be seeing more and more of this kind of farm on the channel because I really love this. You guys know that chickens drive me crazy, okay? Otherwise, lots of love. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Don't. Bye-bye.